right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Clouds clear late tonight. Fog develops in some areas. Great weather Monday, windy, warm Tuesday, and then evening storm chances.
Life without water is nothing.
Part of the Dutchtown neighborhood without a crucial utility all day. Concerned residents speaking out. Plus, Elon Musk's Twitter continues to stir up controversy. We dig into the latest comments involving St. Louis area politicians criticizing the new owner. A St. Louis neighborhood went without water for more than 24 hours after residents say a car hit a fire hydrant. Thanks for being with us here tonight at 10. Mike and Ann have the night off. Though water service has been restored in Dutchtown, those that live in the community say problems still remain. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski spoke with residents this afternoon. She has more on the issues they're experiencing.
Neighbors on Learman Avenue say they've been without water for nearly 24 hours after they believe a car hit a fire hydrant, taking out water for the entire street. Crews have been working for hours.
We were decorating the house for Christmas and heard a loud bang of some kind. It sounded like something had fallen over. The whole house kind of shook.
John McNulty says he never saw the car hit the hydrant, but other neighbors did and called police when it looked like this at the intersection.
And most likely the car was driving the wrong way down the street, which is a common problem.
Another neighbor says with several kids in the house, not having water was a big problem.
I mean, life without water is nothing, So we have to buy waters and go to the store, bring water, drinks, Nobody can do anything without water.
He says he's frustrated by the lack of communication around the issue.
Yeah, when it broke down, they didn't say anything. They didn't.
McNulty says this water outage has highlighted an even bigger problem in their neighborhood they've been dealing with for years. Wrong way drivers and speeding that's caused crashes that don't get resolved.
The real problem is, city services are all stretched so thin right now. There's a lot of reasons. I'm not going to argue with people about what they are because all of them have an element of truth to them, but they do need to do something.
Reporting in Dutchtown, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
Even though the water has been turned back on, many questions still remain. The City of St. Louis Water Division says the water is safe to drink and use, and there is no need to boil it, though they still have some more work to do on the street tomorrow. We're following a developing story in the Ville neighborhood after a teen was killed and another was injured in a shooting. It happened Friday just after 11 p.m. on Labadie Avenue. A 16-year-old was found shot multiple times on the front porch of the home. He's being treated at an area hospital. Another 15-year-old boy was found at the back of the home and was pronounced dead at the scene. Police are still investigating. Anyone with any information is encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-8477. Tomorrow, the Missouri Supreme Court will hear arguments on a stay of execution for death row inmate Kevin Johnson after claims of racism in the case. Advocates against the death penalty plan to rally together in Jefferson City ahead of the hearing. They claim the death sentence is, quote, purposeful racial discrimination. This is their last effort to stop the execution scheduled for Tuesday. 5 on your side will have continuing coverage on the hearing from Jefferson City tomorrow. It's been more than a month since a deadly shooting at Central VPA. Tomorrow, the school on the same campus returns to the classroom for the first time. Both Collegiate School for Medicine and Bioscience and CVPA have been virtual for the past several weeks. While students at CVPA will remain online, classrooms at Collegiate will be full again. Administrators say this decision is all about making students and staff as comfortable as possible.
We really feel like this has been the right timing based on conversations with them, and our hope is that everybody is going to be as comfortable as possible and take this next very big step.
Administrators tell us students have the option to remain virtual for the rest of the school year if they aren't comfortable being in person. Starting tomorrow, Metrolinx's Blue Line trains will resume service to the Fairview Heights station. Trains have only been in operation between the Shrewsbury, Lansdowne, and I-44, as well as Forest Park and DeBoliver Station since July's historic flooding. Metro says there will be changes and adjustments to 42 bus routes taking effect tomorrow. Metrolink will operate on a daily 20-minute schedule. We're now taking a live look out at the Botanical Gardens, and look how pretty those Christmas lights are. The Garden Glow closed for the night just a couple of hours ago, and it was a cool evening after a rainy morning across the St. Louis region. Let's head over to meteorologist Jim Castillo for a look at your first weather forecast.
Yeah, Holden, we had those downpours last night and into the morning, and even a couple of areas of lightning and thunder, but nothing severe. Nonetheless, still cloudy, and it can't really rule out a shower north of Mount Vernon in Illinois. But look at these rain totals. Perry, Missouri, 1.38 inches. And then St. Charles, Forest Park, and Alton, Illinois, all about a ½ an inch to as much as 0.8 of an inch, even at Lambert. Whitehall, Illinois, 1.3 inches. The rest of the night, cloudy, 36 for the low, and some areas of fog in the morning hours, a light west wind. Clearing for tomorrow, low to mid 50s, warm and windy, 60s on Tuesday, and then a chance of evening storms, and we might even see some areas of severe weather. I'll outline this and time it all out for you coming up in just a bit.
All right, Jim, thank you. St. Louis Mayor Tishaura Jones recently took to Twitter to announce that she's quitting the app after owner Elon Musk mocked the movement formed after the Ferguson riots. Now Congresswoman Cori Bush is chiming in with harsh criticism for the world's richest man. Our political editor Mark Maxwell joins me in studio now and reports on the rapidly shifting political landscape on the social media platform. Mark?
Holden, Elon Musk started out firing half of Twitter's workers, then restored accounts that were banned for promoting hate or violence, and froze at least half of the company's advertisements, many of those companies heading for the exits and making decisions to pause their ad revenue. After all of that, Musk found himself at odds with the two most prominent progressive politicians in St. Louis, all while rummaging through a closet in San Francisco.
Here we are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of secret closet of #woke t-shirts.
The richest man in the world mocked the movement black workers started at Twitter in solidarity with people protesting systemic racism in Ferguson. In a second tweet he later deleted, Elon Musk zeroed in on one phrase in Ferguson, "hands up, don't shoot," to say the whole thing was a fiction. The 2015 Justice Department report investigating the police killing of Michael Brown did say several individuals stated Brown held his hands up, but some of those accounts were inaccurate because they were inconsistent with physical and forensic evidence. But a second report released the same day found substantial evidence of racial bias among police and court staff in Ferguson, where officers routinely treated black people like potential offenders and sources of revenue, often resulting in crippling debts or jail time. Musk's tweet drew the ire of Congresswoman Cori Bush, who responded, "Leave St. Louis and Ferguson out of your disingenuous, ignorant pseudo-intellectualism. You don't know the first thing about our movement. The last time I checked, not a single person is asking an out-of-touch, failed businessman, the son of an apartheid benefactor who harvested emeralds on the backs of black people in South Africa, for his thoughts on a black-led social movement." Mayor Tishaura Jones tweeting, "This is the final straw for me. I'm out. Y'all can have this Bird app."
I'm not leaving Twitter.
Musk's tweet drew attention across the country, including people in Ferguson.
I'm on Twitter all the time. Yes, I do follow Elon Musk.
Patricia says she never got swept up in social movements or political protests, but sees the richest man in the world using the social media platform he bought for $44 billion to get attention at others' expense.
I think Elon just be trolling. That's what I believe. Elon trolls just like Trump trolls and all of them troll. I think he just be trolling.
The Ferguson Flashpoint features prominent progressives exiting stage left and shows Musk moving the platform considerably to the right. Since initially claiming he'd be a centrist, he's gone on to endorse all Republicans running for Congress and the Senate and says he'll support Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for president in 2024.
Interesting information. Thank you, Mark. As the holiday season kicks into high gear on both sides of the bi-state, Christmas traditions return to historic Main Street in St. Charles. This interactive holiday event takes guests on a special experience Victorian carolers alongside other holiday performers lining Main Street the next few weeks, creating unforgettable memories for families across our area. This event runs every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday through Christmas Eve. And right now, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery is certainly in the holiday spirit. Their annual brewery light display lighting up the area. Visitors will get to see millions of twinkling lights as they walk down Pestalozzi Street. And we hear that there are some new things to see this year over the brewery.
We have all sorts of upgrades for our kids area, with including an ice maze, things like that. We also have a parade that we added this year that features our Budweiser Clydesdales.
You can catch the lights Thursdays through Sunday until December 30th. Tickets are $10 for general admission, and you can find out more about the brewery lights at ksdk.com. And for a list of more light displays around the St. Louis area, just text the word lights to the number on your screen. That's 314-425-5355. The post-holiday travel season is in full swing at the airports.
Definitely saw more people when I was traveling last week here.
What travelers can expect the next couple of days as storms roll in across the country. And we are just hours away from Cyber Monday deals. But have you ever wondered how it got its name? We look into it after the break.
Monday's quiet weather-wise and another cold front Tuesday evening with shower and thunderstorm chances.
The post-holiday travel rush is in full swing. Lambert seeing crowds of travelers as they return home, but flight delays threaten to make traveling just a little more difficult. This post-holiday travel is likely to continue into Monday, too, as a severe weather system is expected to make its way across the U.S. Gloria Pazimo has the latest on post-holiday travel.
It's a busy Thanksgiving travel day at airports across the country, where thousands of flight delays are impacting travelers. By Sunday afternoon, more than 2,000 flights within or coming into or out of the U.S. had been delayed. 59 U.S. flights were canceled, according to FlightAware. Compared to last year, post-pandemic, for every 100 people who flew in 2021 on Thanksgiving Day, there are 177 people flying out this year on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, according to TSA.
I think it's exciting that things are relatively back to normal, especially after the pandemic. And I'm grateful the lines don't look too bad quite yet. Definitely saw more people when I was traveling last week here.
The Sunday after Thanksgiving can be a brutal travel day for some. According to AAA, nearly 55 million Americans were expected to travel 50 miles or more for the holiday. That's a 1.5% increase from last year. In New York at LaGuardia Airport, travelers expecting big crowds early on Sunday were happy not to see long lines.
It actually feels pretty good. When we left Florida, we had heard the same thing, that there were going to be 150,000 passengers, and that actually the airport was easy to get in and out of, and this feels fantastic.
The weather is also causing travel headaches. A large storm system is sweeping the Midwest to the Northeast, and multiple storms in the Southeast may cause complications for travelers. Reporting from LaGuardia Airport in New York, I'm Gloria Pasmino.
If you're behind like me, it's time to start your holiday gift buying, and this week is full of deals with many more ahead for tomorrow. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into where Cyber Monday got its name.
Remember when Black Friday used to be on the Friday after Thanksgiving? These days, it feels like it's been Black Friday for a month as retailers offer early deals to kick off the holiday shopping season. But once the hype of the real Black Friday is over, stores turn their attention to Cyber Monday for yet another round of discounts. That had some people wondering how the Monday after Thanksgiving became designated as Cyber Monday. Some sites claim it was inspired by office workers not exactly working. So let's verify. Did Cyber Monday get its start because people shopped online at work? Our sources are the National Retail Federation and department store historian Michael Lisicki. Verify traced the first reference of Cyber Monday to a 2005 press release from the National Retail Federation. It coined the term because retailers were beginning to see an increase in online sales on the Monday after Thanksgiving. The NRF noted at the time that consumers often had faster internet at work than home. So to speed up their holiday shopping, workers would squeeze in some online shopping during the workday. Lisicki tells Verified that retailers also saw Cyber Monday as an opportunity to entice more people to shop online instead of in-store by luring them in with additional deals. So yes, Cyber Monday did get its start because people shopped online at work. These days, it's hard to distinguish Black Friday from Cyber Monday since most sales have moved online. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
And if there's something we can verify for you, just send us an email to verify@ksdk.com. Switching gears now to weather, where some of you may be looking for the gift receipt and asking for a return after that early morning shower. Meteorologist Jim Castillo joins us now with a look at what this week is going to bring.
Yeah, great transition there. It did start out really wet, didn't it? And then very heavy downpours, some lightning too in spots. No severe weather, but we do have a chance Tuesday night of seeing a line of storms developing, and it looks more south and east of St. Louis, but something we have to keep our eyes on. Right now it's cloudy and 45 degrees. That humidity is about 76%, west wind at 6. The ground is wet, and if we clear up a little bit by morning, fog will form. So watching for that, and low temperatures dropping into the mid-30s in all areas, and then by noontime we jump up to 48 degrees, so well into the low 50s, mid-50s in spots tomorrow. Today was 51, even with all the cloud cover, and that is average. 45 for that current overnight low, so it'll go down a little bit more before midnight. 33 is the average, and 3600s in Lambert, but yesterday the 4500s, so we had a good 0.8 of an inch of rainfall. So tonight eventually will clear up, and then that fog forming and lows very chilly starting out tomorrow in the 30s. And right now you can see a little bit of not only cloud cover but some green popping up. Can't really rule out a shower or spot shower or drizzle. And then we look to the northwest. Here's that next storm system and cold front that will eventually move our way by Tuesday evening. So tomorrow, in between systems, we're very nice. In fact, partly sunny to mostly sunny. Temperatures in the low and mid 50s in most areas. A really nice day and light wind. Then the Futurecast is showing just a real thin band of shower thunderstorm activity out ahead of that next front. So watching late, probably into the evening, but maybe late afternoon in spots south and west of St. Louis. And we might get that thin band of shower thunderstorm activity. And some of those storms, especially south, may actually be severe or strong, something we'll watch. But there's a better chance of that happening down around Memphis. So that's where we're thinking the setup will happen for severe weather. So it looks like rainfall too. It's so quick and so thin, that band that moves through, no more than 1/4 of an inch of rain. And here is that severe weather risk. Again, a little bit of our area, St. Louis south and eastward, more so Perry County, Missouri southward, and even more so down into Memphis. So something we'll keep our eyes on. All right, 54 degrees for Monday, 63 for Tuesday. And then look how cold it gets, Holden, for Wednesday. It's a cold wind and 37. So we're going to get chilly, but then rise back up to 55 by Friday. And then over the weekend coming up, a chance of rain late Saturday and into Sunday, and probably staying with us into the following week.
Jim, I know there's a lot of hunters over in Illinois heading back in the woods later this week. They probably like the forecast. Maybe not as much on Thursday, though.
Right, and really windy Tuesday.
So something to keep an eye on. Thanks, Jim. Car shopping this holiday season? We have a closer look at the best deals for the most reliable cars coming up after the break. Shopping for a new car can be tricky and nerve-wracking in the best of times. No one wants to waste money or your time on an unreliable model. Now with supply chain issues and inflation, it's even more important to make a good choice. Here's the good news. Consumer Reports is here to help with its just released exclusive car reliability report. They've got their list of brands and models owners consider the most reliable and the ones that are regulars at the repair shop.
Every year, Consumer Reports surveys hundreds of thousands of its members, asking them simple but important questions. What problems have they had with their vehicles in the past year? And it wanted to know about everything from the engine, transmission, and brakes to electrical systems, noises, leaks, paint, and trim.
With more than 300,000 vehicles surveyed, Consumer Reports can calculate predicted vehicle reliability ratings.
This year, Toyota, Lexus, and BMW were the top brands, with BMW moving up 10 spots from last year. And while pickup trucks account for 1 of every 5 new vehicles sold, they fall behind in reliability.
Pickup trucks have been at the lower end of our rating for 6 of the last 7 years. In this year's survey, we only have 7 trucks of more than a dozen surveyed that are getting better than average to average in terms of reliability.
If you're looking for a tried and true reliable vehicle, Consumer Reports says a car, as in the traditional sedan, might be the way to go.
Sedan body styles have been on the road for a long time. That's given the manufacturers a chance to work on some of those problem areas and bugs. Vehicles like trucks, minivans, and SUVs have complicated systems, and therefore they can be more problematic.
You might also be surprised to learn Consumer Reports found the majority of hybrid vehicles were as reliable or better than their non-hybrid counterparts. The most reliable car in CR survey was the Toyota Corolla Hybrid.
Auto brands at the bottom of the reliability report were Mercedes-Benz, Jeep, and Volkswagen. Still ahead, holiday events happening across the bi-state this weekend. We'll show you what makes this Collinsville market so unique after the break. Today in Collinsville, the Gateway Convention Center was packed for the 19th annual Holiday Indian Market. This year's market featured works of Native American artists from all over the country. Roughly 25 different tribes were showcased this weekend. Cahokia Mounds is the largest pre-Columbian indigenous site north of Mexico and still inhabits Native American cultures today. And for more fun holiday activities in the bi-state, just text the word holiday to 314-425-5355. And there you have it for 5 on your side at 10. Start your day with Today in St. Louis beginning at 4 a.m. Now, here's Corey Miller with Sports Plus.